Welcome into another edition of the BTN Hockey Report. Rick Pizzo alongside former Ohio State standout Paul Caponigri. Cappy, what a weekend for your alma mater down at the Florida Collegiate Hockey Classic. First, a win over top 5 BC, and then an absolute throttling of Cornell to go on and win this championship. If Steve Rollick was looking for something to build on heading into conference play, he could not have gotten a better Christmas present.
No, and it's funny. It sometimes it happens. You don't know what to expect sometimes out of these Christmas breaks. Guys go home for about 10 days. You come back, you practice once or twice, you're right in there for a game. And apparently Ohio State ate some good stuff when they're home at Christmas because they came out and, maybe some of those freshmen that it's their first time around, they're back now, they're a little more experienced, a little more confident coming in, know what to expect, and they did a great job. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see how it bolsters them coming through.
Yeah, when you score a dozen or so goals in 2 games, obviously you can point to the offense, but there's no doubt that this team is only going to go as far as Christian Fry takes them. And the goaltender was once again spectacular down in Florida. Yeah,
and you know what? And they've been a lot like Michigan, where they've been bouncing back between 2 guys. They've been trying to get a hot hand. And it seems like Fry is kind of taking that. He has the experience. We saw it 2 years ago. He rode the second half of the season for them, got them to a Big Ten championship. He's got that winning experience. I expect him to take this and roll, but we'll wait and see on that. It's a tough position, as you know.
Ohio State at Wisconsin this weekend, and the Badgers are improved over a year ago. A little bit more experience from a team that's very young after they missed a few recruiting cycles, trying to get back into the mix. Who's the most important player on the ice this weekend when Ohio State travels to Madison?
When I look at it, it's leadership and the seniority. And a guy like Kevin Schultz, he's been a guy, he's been around when they've been good. He went through the good of championships, and he's been through the bad of last year. And now he's got some guys, a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Those sophomores having a little experience now. He's going to be a guy that keeps them up, doesn't let them get too low. And I think he's important just as a leadership guy. He's not going to score 5 goals or 10 goals, but he's going to block shots. He's going to be that emotional leader guy. And Wisconsin, needs that to keep things going in the right direction this year.
What are the expectations for these teams this weekend? Obviously, anytime you're at home, you want to get at least a point in each game. But Wisconsin is facing one of the hottest teams in the country, as long as you base it on the last week of play.
Yeah, and I think expectations, with Ohio State, it's going to be interesting. They're coming off such a high, and you have a lot of young guys. Are they going to come in overconfident all of a sudden? I don't think so. I think this is bolstering their confidence to a right level. Now, they won 2 games at a tournament on neutral ice. They are 0-8 on the road this year. So you got to be wondering, do they treat the neutral ice as like road games? I would believe they usually do that. So it's interesting that side. And then Wisconsin hasn't played in almost a month in a real game. So there's a lot of different things coming out of this. I expect maybe a split here, but you never know, because Ohio State could be on a super high right now.
0-8 on the road. All Rollick has to do is walk into the room and say, fellas, we are due. This is not going to last all season long. Excited to get back into conference play this weekend. For Paul Caponigri, I'm Rick Pizzo. Thanks for watching the BTN Hockey Report. You can check us out all week long, various sites. Go to our BTN.com website. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. We'll see you again for the next BTN Hockey Report.